Hello, my name is Madigan Bless, and today I'll be interviewing Allie Jakey. Hi, Allie. Hi. What is your age? I am 21 years old. And what is your gender? I identify as a female. Where did you grow up or spend most of your life living? I grew up in Cranberry, Pittsburgh area. For 21 years of my life. And how much schooling have you had? I graduated high school and then I went to Edinburgh for 2 years. But that wasn't really the place for me, so I just dropped out and yeah. Okay, and are you religious? Yes, I would consider myself a Christian Catholic. All right. And do you feel like you need to compromise your beliefs to succeed? I do not feel like I need to compromise my beliefs to succeed. The area and workplace that I'm in, everyone is just super friendly. Everyone just really supports each other, and nobody gets on one another for believing a certain way or thinking a certain way. We're all really accepting of each other. We're there. We're really just there for each other's work. But we can be real people around each other too. We don't feel like we have to hide anything. Awesome. So would you say that you enjoy your job? Yeah, I definitely enjoy my job. I see this as something I'd want to do the rest of my life. It's just opened up so many opportunities for me between advertisement and branding. There's just so many facets I can work with and different people. I want to do this the rest of my life. So would you say there's any negative aspects of being a graphic designer? Oh yeah, absolutely. One of my biggest flaws is communication with clients. I'm not always the most, the best person with words. Sometimes I trip over them or just don't feel like I can communicate my ideas very clearly. So that's definitely a negative aspect for me. And I'd really have to be prepared for people harping on my work, and just being ready to take criticism, and being open to what people have to say. And you already said this was a lifelong career for you. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a lifelong career for me. This is something I see myself in the rest until I retire. So did you have to gather any experience on your own? Yep, absolutely. So I had to do 2 work studies, and then I did an internship just on my own time. Since I dropped out of school, I decided that it would be best if I can go out and get some real life experience. And I found that most helpful too, because I didn't have to worry about other classes or things that necessarily didn't pertain to me. I was closer to home, and I just feel like I was able to flourish in that little time that I was in the internship. I really learned a lot. I was able to talk with people that are already in the field, get to talk to clients, just get a real feel for what I'm getting myself into. And so did you have constant support from your parents or other people as you were being brought up? Yep. I definitely would not be where I am today without my friends and family supporting me. They have just pushed me to become not only a designer, but a good person. They've pushed me to really think about what it is I want for my life. They've been there, and the support has been amazing. So what influenced you to choose this path? I definitely felt influenced by Mac Miller's cover artists, specifically just being from Pittsburgh. I was really influenced by his sound, by the visuals in his music videos. I just found myself immersed in his worlds, in his head. I loved seeing that come to life and that it could be shared with millions of other people. So do you use AI in your work? That's definitely something very futuristic that we're dealing with now. What do you think about it? I do use AI in my work, but I really only use it to help draft emails. I'm not always the best, like I said, with my words, and I'd rather put my efforts forth into creating, for instance, I had to do a commercial today for a church, and I had to respond to the woman from the church, and instead of taking the time to write out an email and figuring out what sounds okay, I put it into a generator and just had it write me a simple email, getting back to her with some feedback, and I was able to work on a commercial in the meantime, and really just refine the art side of things and design aspects without having to worry about the words on the page. So I really find that helpful. So do you feel like AI is a threat then? I don't feel like AI is a threat as long as it's used as a tool and not as something to harm designers. I think designers can really make themselves obsolete if they use it or overuse it. It's one thing if you're using it to like get ideas or have a starting block, but it's another thing if you have a whole design done in 10 seconds because the computer did it for you. I think that's when it can become a threat. But personally, I don't feel like it's a threat right now. I think it's a great tool to be used. And finally then, what is your dream niche in this career path? What do you see yourself doing? I think it'd be really cool to work for like SNL and make advertisements for them. That is just something I've really had my sights set on for years. I thought it'd be amazing just to make people laugh and put smiles on their faces and really just make people come to life with what they're watching. That's where I see myself really getting into design work and motion design, and just flourishing in those paths. Well, Allie, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for having me.